Welcome to Balanced Life with Debbie Carlin Boyle. Conversations connecting to a healthier you. The show that gives you all the latest and greatest health and wellness information to inspire you to live a life of balance and joy. Debbie Carlin Boyle is a health and nutrition coach, personal trainer, and fitness instructor who helps her clients live in balance with everything that feeds us, in addition to the food on our plate. Please welcome your host, Debbie Carlin Boyle.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome to my first show of the new year, my first show of the decade, 2020. I'm very excited for this year. I've got lots of things going on, and I'm really, really excited about all of them. I haven't seen you in a month, so thank you for joining me today. I really am looking forward to all the shows I have lined up for this year so far, and they're all very informative, all about health and wellness. I am your host. I am Debbie Carlin Boyle. I'm the host of Balanced Life by Me. We are conversations that hopefully connect to a healthier you. And before we get started, a couple of things before I introduce my guest is I'm an interactive show. So we want you to become part of the conversation. And in order to do that, you can do it in a couple of ways. One is you can call us directly. And the number here, which is a new number from last year, is 323-524-2599. So you can give us a call anytime with a question or a comment about the show that we're doing today. Or you can go to my Facebook page, which is Fit by Design, otherwise known as Balanced Life by Debbie, but you have to look for it under Fit by Design. We're actually streaming live there right now, and you can make a comment, ask a question, and if we don't see it during the show, we will get back to you after the show. So that is the way that you can interact with us, which is really wonderful. I also want to tell you for the new year, I am a health and nutrition and fitness coach. And for the new year, I'm launching a beautiful program to help you get started with your goals, your health goals for 2020. And that program can be found on my website. It can be found in a lot of places, my Instagram and my Facebook page. But on my website, if you go to balancelifebydebbie, DEBI.com, I think it's up on the screen if you're watching the show, then a pop-up will come up and it will take you right to a 30-day transformation, which will welcome in the new you. And it's a wonderful program. I just finished my 7-day jump start. I had a wonderful group of people that made a difference in their lives, small changes by the day. So it's really something you might want to look into. So having said all that, let's get to our show today. So today's all about decluttering your life, starting with your closet. Your closet is where you begin each day, so why not start each day stress-free? With a background ranging from fashion PR to fashion design, my guest today, Jaymes, has found a love for personal styling and closet organization. After working in retail, Caitlin could no longer tell her clients that they needed more clothes because the truth is she could create a new wardrobe with the pieces they already had in their closet. After a closet clean-out, she creates a personalized list of what is missing in her client's wardrobe. So going shopping is as easy as going to the grocery store. With each client's individual needs and requirements in mind, Caitlin efficiently utilizes their space to create a perfectly organized closet that fits their lifestyle. As a closet organizer and fashion designer, Caitlin delivers confidence, ambition, and a stress-free lifestyle that without a doubt plays a part in our overall well-being. So with all that said, without further ado, will you please welcome my guest today, Jaymes, to the show.
Hi.
Now they get to see your beautiful face.
That is a great
beautiful
intro.
Green.
Aw.
Well, it is you, isn't
Thank
it?
you for having me.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I've been really
know.
looking forward to this. And as we spoke before, the start of 2020, this is the perfect topic to be talking about.
I agree.
Yes.
Decluttering your life.
Yes.
And it starts really with your stuff, and your stuff starts with your closet.
Yes.
So we're going to really dig into that today. But before we do, I like my audience to learn about my guest from the beginnings, kind of like where you got your start and how you got into what you do today. So
Got it.
right off the top, Where are you from?
Yes, so I am born and raised in California. I'm actually from the Valley. I won't stem back too far, but I will have to say that cheesy line. My first word actually was outfit, and my dad was like looking at my mom thinking, oh, geez, we might be in
Valley
trouble.
girl.
The Valley girl who loves shopping.
Yeah.
So it's a little cliche.
Where in the Valley?
Calabasas I'm from.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And
Great.
now I'm in West Hollywood, but I have clients all over. Anyway, so obviously I've had an early love from fashion. I mean, I used to change about 20 times a day. I just love fashion.
Yeah.
I went to school, of course, in the Valley in high school, and I was doing internships.
Did you go to Calabasas High?
I did for a semester. I actually went to Viewpoint.
Oh, my daughter went to Viewpoint.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we'll have to play
Yeah,
that.
play what
that,
year did you
geography.
graduate?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
So I always loved to work. I mean, my parents always really enforced that, and I love that. So every summer I would do an internship. I did merchandising. I did a little bit of fashion PR. Then I went to Indiana University. They actually have a really, really strong retail program. I mean,
I've heard that, actually.
Yeah, Target,
Yeah.
Victoria's Secret, Abercrombie, those are all in the Midwest.
And you knew that ahead of time when
Yes.
you were applying to colleges.
So that was
Yeah.
important to me. I wanted to make sure I could have, I mean, as I'm sure you talk about all the time, life is about balance. So I was trying to choose a school that, had a great atmosphere that I loved and also something I could study. So
But the Valley girl goes to Indiana.
Oh, the Valley
goes
girl.
to the cold.
The Valley girl sees snow for 4 years. That was an experience. But yeah, so anyway, so I am like the cliche, like you go to school and you change your major 15 times. I mean, I started in retail and kind of in the business side of it.
Yeah.
Like quickly found out business is not for me. I like to be a little bit more creative. I dove into fashion design. I was sewing all day long, thought, this is too creative. Then, and I always wanted to do styling. And I thought, being born and raised in California, everyone wants to work with celebrities. Everyone wants to be, a designer. And I thought I'm too scared.
Yeah.
So my mom had always told me, I really think you'd be so great at PR. You should try communications class. So long story short, I divided my major. I did communications with fashion design and then the retail merchandising aspect of it.
Oh, how perfect.
Yeah, it was honestly amazing. And then, of course, every summer, like I said, I was doing fashion programs. I went to Paris with Indiana to do a 2-week fashion program there.
Oh, wow. Like
really
an
cool.
internship, like
The one in Paris was actually just a design school that we went to for 2 weeks. It was very cool,
Lovely.
very Parisian,
Yeah.
like sewing with feathers and making hats. It was awesome. But I just knew it wasn't something I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Anyway, I did internships, again, going back to the business, going back to the fashion PR. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to try PR. I actually landed a job at CBS doing television PR and thought, I still don't love this. I need to go back to fashion. Then went back to fashion PR and thought, oh, God, I really just want to do styling. That's all I want to do. So then from there, I thought, you know what, I'm young, I'm going to take the risk. I've always wanted to do styling. I started styling within a big corporate company. And
so did you quit your job?
I did. And
not knowing where styling was going to take you financially?
So I will say I'm a very relaxed person, but I would say that I am a planner. I mean, again, I go back to it. My parents have worked from day one since they were 13 years old.
Yeah,
so I've always
that would
loved
be me.
working. Yeah, and yeah. I love that. And that's always what motivates me. So I remember telling my parents, and they're so supportive, my family's so supportive. And they said, you know what, just make sure you have a job in line. So I thought, okay, you know what, that's true. I'm not just going to quit a job.
Yeah.
And so I went, and again, working in that corporate environment. And I realized kind of like what I was saying in my intro, it ended up being when you're working in a retail space, I mean, it's great when you're going to a department store and you need help and you're asking for help from an employee. But you do have to be cautious that, it is a business and they have a quota that they need to make.
Yeah.
So I have clients coming in all the time and they're complimenting me on a top I'm wearing. As I'm trying to sell them a $500 blouse, they want what I'm wearing, it's $20. And my personality,
you saw opportunity
you
help.
have to see what your strengths are and you have to see what your weaknesses are. And I'm all about improving on your weaknesses. But in my case, my weakness was just not something I necessarily need to improve on it. I didn't really need to be that salesperson.
No.
I knew I wasn't going to be that
Didn't make
salesperson.
I've had shows that I've done about this, but you have to go what motivates you, what excites you, where your passion is,
Right.
where you know you belong. It doesn't mean that, oh, I didn't take that challenge to sell this shirt to make somebody else a profit.
Right.
You know, you don't have to beat yourself
Yes.
up about following your passion.
Right.
You should.
And I will say, I mean, for anybody out there that's listening, and whatever age you are, if you're going through career change, because I mean, my mom just changed her career. She's in her 60s.
Yep, that's what
So
I've done.
anything is possible, but I've taken something from each job I've had, whether I've hated it, whether, you know, I was in the bathroom crying over it. I think that that's very important for my clients to know, because PR, I'm working with such a wide range of people. I'm working with demands. And so I love to relate to all types of people. I don't care if you're 12 and I don't care if you're 85, because honestly, I've worked with someone going to college and I've worked with someone who is in their 80s.
Yeah.
So I love all people. I love to talk to people, just like I'm sure you do.
Yes.
Anyway, so I will go back to this. So how I fell into what I do now, I was doing some organizing on the side, and I had a client, and, you know, like I said, my job was to fulfill a quota. And I met a lady, and I told her what I did, and she said, I'll make a deal with you. I'll come shop with you, but you have to come to my closet first, and you have to tell me what I need, because I don't know what I need. She goes, I probably do need stuff.
Seen this before.
So I went to her closet, I organized everything, just looking through her wardrobe. And when I tell you I was nervous when she asked me this question, she said, okay, so what do I need? And I said, you know, your wheels keep turning, and you have that eternal debate, like, okay, I should just lie because I have this quota. So what are the most expensive things I have in the store right now that I can have her, you know, buy?
Yeah.
And it was like devil angel. And all of a sudden I just blurted out, I said, you don't need anything.
Good
I
for
said,
you.
yeah. And so I
That
said,
was-
you know, and
That's your truth.
yes, and
you
I
know?
really do love to help people. I'm not saying I'm Mother Teresa over here, but I do
No.
love that, you know, seeing somebody's face light up when you're making
Did
an
a light
impact to
bulb
them.
go off? Was that your aha moment of sorts? Do you think at that first client?
I would say that my aha moment was when she said, wait, I don't need anything. I said, you know, I can just create a wardrobe with what you already have. You have so many amazing pieces. And I said, maybe I should just photograph them, you know, and you're kind of questioning yourself, and you want to seem professional. And that's when the light bulb went off. And I thought, wow, I just saved this woman, an average sale can be like $2,000 to $3,000. I just saved her $2,000 to $3,000. So, and that's my biggest thing I get from every single person. They always say, wow, this was so much cheaper than shopping.
Yeah, and
I love that.
there's satisfaction in that, because I think when you overspend because you think you need something, there's stress attached to that after the fact,
Right.
you know? So you've taken that element away, and you've actually made them feel good about things that it isn't the money that's going to actually change the way they feel about
Right.
themselves. You know, it's the way they actually style themselves and put themselves together with your help in this
Right.
case is going to change the way they feel about themselves. It isn't about buying those expensive items,
Right.
which I think there's such a misnomer out there that, you know, the more expensive, you know, that it like you're trying to impress somebody or somebody.
And I will
you know?
say, I mean, I'll be very honest. I would say in my closet, the pieces I get the most compliments on are some of my most inexpensive pieces in my closet.
I'll say that.
So,
it's true for me
yeah,
too.
and
And, you know, I'm a different generation.
No, and I always tell people, I say, I mean, because their heart breaks when I say, you know, let's get rid of this. It has a price tag on it. But we're so fortunate. I mean, what's going on right now with internet, I mean, there are so many consignment sites. I handle consignment for my clients. There's so many platforms out there that it's kind of like, you know, you can consign what we're going to get rid of, and then I'll create that missing wardrobe list for you. And if let's say there's 5 things on that list, those consigned items might pay for those new
That's
pieces.
right. We'll come back to you.
So exactly.
In a different way. Yeah.
And I think it's great.
It's
I
really
think that, you know, fortunately and unfortunately, I think our generation, especially now, and even, I mean, going back to magazines and, you know, movies, we see these celebrities and what they're wearing and what's trendy. And I think people constantly move to what's trendy, and that's why you overbuy. You see a photo, you see an attractive woman or attractive man, and you want to
be them, you want to look like
personify-
them.
right.
And that's that's a universal
But it might not
problem
be
in
for
so
you.
many ways.
Right.
Exactly. And that's the whole thing with, I mean, we'll get into this, but I
Yes.
want to go to your aha moment.
Right.
That changed everything for you. And that's when you knew you had a gift to help people find out that they didn't have to try to
Yeah.
be that celebrity or to be that they can uniquely find their authentic self and through their style with
Right.
your help.
Right.
And that's big. Now, how long ago was that?
This was that first appointment, I want to say, was 2 years ago.
Okay, so this is a fairly new
Yeah,
whole endeavor
it's still
for
my
you.
my little baby. I
Yeah.
mean, you're always growing, always changing, and I love that. And but what I love about what I do is the message always stays the same, and I can twist and I can
Love
turn
it.
my business so that it helps whoever I'm working with. I mean, I have some people who love shopping. They don't want me to touch their style. They don't want my opinion. They just want me to organize. That's great.
So be it. Yeah.
I have people that desperately need the fashion. They're so organized. So it can be a case-by-case basis. It could be just an
Individuals.
executive or a busy mom or dad who needs me just to pack them for vacations. That's great. So I pretty much handle all things that are wardrobe. But I will say, yeah, when I saw that woman's reaction, from her realizing how much money I just saved her, that made me feel good. And it's so funny. I mean, it's the highest highs. So even though sometimes, starting your own business, you feel like, oh gosh, where do I start? It can be very overwhelming. Are people going to take me seriously? And that's why I like to say that I work with such a wide demographic, because sometimes people look at you and they say, oh, she just wears trendy things, or oh, she's so short, she can never work with me. I'm tall and I'm 70 years old. It has nothing to do with that.
No, and going down the line here, getting back to the fact that you're authentic with them to find who they are, and you're honest about who you are. You know what I mean? You have the ability to not be, oh, darling, just, not to be a snob about it. You're actually very down to earth with a lot of style and a lot of energy that people can pull from. They can actually feel it and know that you're not trying to make a buck. You're trying to help them.
I tell
and
people,
that's the difference.
Yes.
I
actually tell people, my favorite line is to say, I'm not going to put you in something that you look bad in for selfish reasons. You are my walking advertisement. If you look bad, I look bad. So that's why I tell people, maybe you feel a little bit out of your comfort zone, but I would never put you in something where I'm thinking like, oh gosh, I can't believe,
Yeah. It's not about you.
No.
It's about them,
Yes.
and they know that it's about them.
Right.
And that's what I was saying. That's the difference. So let's break it down. So now you've got this career. You've decided you're going to help start decluttering people's closets. Let's get into the declutter thing, because I feel like, and we all know, disorganization puts us in a bad place. It also puts us, I think it freezes us. We we become just lost in this not being able to move forward. We can't take a step because we don't know where to start. So when people come to you, they hear about you, and what do you do for them exactly? What's the very first step?
So the very first step, and like I said, even if someone wants to jump straight to shopping, I always ask to go into the closet.
You do? Okay.
And this is honestly for the sole fact of that we're not overbuying. I can see exactly what you have. Now, for someone who is unorganized, which again, yeah, most of my calls are because someone is unorganized and wants help with that. The first thing that we do is I need to learn about their lifestyle. I need to learn what time are they waking up in the morning. And the reason why I ask these type of questions is because if you're someone who, I'm not there to change your whole lifestyle. I'm not saying if you're used to getting ready 30 minutes in the morning, I'm not going to tell you, well, you need to wake up 2 hours before. So the reason why I say that is because I need to establish an organization system that I know they can maintain.
Love it.
Because if they're not going to maintain it, they're gonna feel like they wasted their money. They're gonna feel like they wasted their time, and that's my number one thing. I'm never wasting anybody's time. So I like to go in there, and unfortunately, sometimes people don't like this step. I have them try on pretty much everything in their wardrobe, and I'm not necessarily even looking at trend.
Unless they say to you, unless they go, I don't really like this, because now you're sort of decluttering for them. I mean, you are decluttering for them, so that there are things that they're not attached to that they don't even want to try on, they're ready to get rid of.
But the best part, and this is why I always harp on the fact, I mean, there's so many organizers out there. It's very almost trendy because of Marie Kondo.
Yeah.
The reason why I stick to closets is because I think it's important to work with a stylist. I can tell you maybe there's this shirt that you want to throw away, and I'm going to say, why would you throw that away? Do you know you're just wearing it wrong? And now it's their new favorite piece.
Okay, yeah.
So
So you
that-
show
this is
them, I love that.
This is my
that's
favorite.
where I
My
was getting at.
favorite review is always saying, I would have never tried that on, or I would have never
Yeah,
styled it that
it's
way.
on your
That is-
website, that
yeah,
review.
that's my
I
it's
love
my
it.
favorite part. So even though someone might hate something, I mean, I always tell people, I always say, don't expect to get rid of bags and bags. There might be one thing with a hole in it that we throw out, or it could be so it always depends. But I do have them try on just so I can see also what looks good on their body. Where should we take their wardrobe? But again, stemming back to their lifestyle,
Accessorizing it.
Right.
We could do a belt, no belt,
Right.
tuck in, tuck out,
And
add a t-shirt
exactly.
or add
But
a tank top.
especially in LA, formal wear is really going down. I mean, even most of the jobs where you needed to wear a suit in the past, or for women, they needed to wear sheath dresses or pencil skirts, they can now wear dressy jeans and a blouse.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times people are so happy
The
to
dress
get rid
for
of those.
success thing is
Yeah.
not as prevalent anymore. You're right.
Right,
in a lot
exactly.
of
So we can
industries.
consign those. And now I'm giving you, I mean, most of the time that's where people are going to spend money is maybe their work wardrobe or suits. We can consign all that stuff, and that really helps people out. So that's something that is huge with my clientele. It's always, I typically work with people going through a really big change in their life. So, just had a baby, just got a job promotion, moving in with a significant other. I need to, consolidate my wardrobe. So that's why I have to really go through the wardrobe. And then obviously from there, I bring in supplies to organize it. I come up again with a system that works for that person. And I'll come back once a month maybe to do a touch up if they would like. But
Right.
a lot of the times I've really found that people like to maintain
I was going to ask
They
you.
like to.
The maintaining rate must be high.
Yeah.
Because getting back to the health component of it, we talked about the fact that it's stress free. It's less stress. I love you have a blog that you wrote like last week about the fact that it's an endorphin high.
Yes.
When you can wake up in the morning, open your closet, have it be, and I think this is true for just about anything in your life, have it be organized, and then put an outfit on and see, and the way you feel is really got so much to do with the way you act.
Right.
And it's one of the things I always try to get my clients, because I'm in the health and wellness, through exercise and diet, to feel good, so the endorphins kick in. And then you become more invincible. You
Right.
become more capable. You become clear-headed and things. And if you wrote in the blog something about how just looking in a mirror and feeling good about yourself not only kicks in that endorphin high, but it just makes you so much more valuable,
Right.
to yourself.
Right.
Because you're feeling it, you're walking the walk, you're talking the talk, you're just, it's so big on what we wear and the way we look. And, it just, if you're wearing sweatpants and you're kind of schlumping around right now, like you were saying, things are dressing down, but to a point where we're walking around in our workout clothes has day wear.
Right.
We're not even going to work out. We're just using them as day wear. That's okay if you feel good in it.
100%.
And
that was my exact point. And it's funny because when I started to really read about closet organization and just kind of seeing what people were talking about online, a big part, let's say, if you don't really feel motivated in the morning, if you're always tired, I feel like when you're always tired, it's usually you're lacking something. And I'm sure being in the health and wellness, I mean, I personally think fashion is a huge component of health and wellness.
I agree.
But they always say establish a morning routine. And once you establish that morning routine, you'll feel more motivated. It's what you're talking about, the endorphins. So what's the first thing you do in the morning? I make my bed. But I have to get dressed in the morning. And even if you're going to stay home, in the morning, whatever your day plans are, you're still going into your closet or your dresser and you're putting on an outfit. And I can't tell you how many times, going back to college, I couldn't study if I didn't like my outfit. And it's not a shallow thing. I think people,
I don't think it is.
No, and a lot of times I think people think, oh, he or she, they always look so nice. They're always put together. Oh, they must be so high maintenance. That has nothing to do with it. Sometimes I'll have to put on a face of makeup when I'm just working at home. No one's going to see me. But it's not about, oh, I think I look ugly. It's just personally, when I put myself together, I want to do more things. I want to go outside.
That's right.
And honestly, I think a lot of people don't necessarily see how fashion can help with your health and wellness. I mean, I stay motivated. I work out.
So interrelated.
Yeah, I work
Big
out
time.
every day, and I love to eat healthy. It's not even necessarily about a weight loss. It's just I love to wear clothes and I love to feel my best, and wearing clothes and having, maintaining your body shape kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
So that's what I love to talk to people about, is if I have a client who maybe is teeter-tottering on, I'm trying to lose weight, I think it's so important to establish a really great closet that makes you feel confident, because I don't care if your outfit is $5. I don't care if your outfit is the ugliest thing anyone has ever seen. If you feel confident, it works.
That's
and I think
right.
I have a quote on my Instagram. It says, forget the rules. If you like it, wear it. So if you feel good,
there are no
wear it.
rules.
Yes.
I don't think fashion should have rules.
Yeah, it's art.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, it's just it's so, again, I deal with clients the same way you do, different set of ways we work, but as individuals, I call it bio-individuality in terms of their biological. What their genetics are compared to who they are. They're individuals on their likes and dislikes, and when it comes to taste of food, and it's right across the board for taste in clothes and how they feel. And art is like that. Everything is, it's so relative to who you are and what you like. You may think that bottle of water is a work of art, and I see it as trash. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's so individual on how we assess that. And it's true with yourself, and I've noticed with my clients, like what I see with my clients are when they start cleaning up their diet and adding exercise, two simple things, and all of a sudden they start sleeping better. So it's a snowball effect. You start doing one thing, other things start getting better, or you want them to get better, so you're actually making more effort towards those things.
Right.
With my clients, when their bodies start to change the shape, and I'm talking men and women, and I know that you help men too.
Right.
They want to look better when they walk out the door in their clothes, because we have to get dressed every day, like you're saying. So they're doing all this work, on the outside and the inside in terms of their physical body, but now they've got to dress it. And so I've had clients who have actually, had to go shopping because they've lost so much weight, right? So now they're kind of going back to their old style, but because they're used to the sort of frumpy look, and which kind of brought them down and kept them in the shadows. And now they're out in the light because now they're feeling confident. And you can see this when you work in gyms. The person who comes in the beginning of their weight loss or health journey, and their heads are down and they're very quiet, and even if they're working with a trainer, they still have a hard time coming front and center. But as things start to improve in their physical self, you can see them opening up more.
Oh, I love
so the
that.
next step is they need to dress the part. That's part of the confidence. That's part of health and well-being. That's part of longevity, if you ask me.
Yes.
Being comfortable literally in your own shoes.
Yeah, and you only have one life, so you might as well feel confident and beautiful every single day, and that goes for men and women. And there's actually one thing that you would actually love. You would find this so interesting. I had a client she was so hard on herself, and I thought she had the most beautiful figure. And, again, what I really like about our generation, I mean, the curves are in.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm dressing for the curve, and sometimes my clients who are from a different generation are dressing for that stick figure look. But you have to learn how to get that body positivity. And I'm not saying, I look in the mirror every day and I'm thinking, wow, look at that girl, but sometimes I don't feel that great. But I decide, okay, maybe I feel like I have a little pouch today. Let me emphasize my waist. Let me emphasize, maybe an open back. So work with what you are feeling good with.
Yeah.
And once I started doing that for my clients, because face it, as you get older, like you were saying, men and women, you grow hips. Maybe you have a bigger belly.
Our bodies
so
change.
Your
Our
body
hormones,
change.
Everything
Yes.
slows down. All our systems, hormonal changes.
So I want people to have more body positivity, and I want them to realize okay, you know what, I do have hips, but wow, look how good my hips look in these jeans. And if I didn't have those hips, I would have to have a whole different style of jeans.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, another really great thing that I do is I create that lookbook for my clients.
I was just going to ask you about that, because those lookbooks, because again, you're now picking out the pieces for them. But then they can get overwhelmed with, well, what do I do with these pieces? Okay, I know they look good on me. I know we've weeded out the stuff that, isn't what I need, isn't going to work, isn't. Okay, now what do we do? Talk about your lookbooks, because I think that's important.
Yes. So it actually really reminds me about what you're doing with your wellness plan and having everything kind of in print for your client. And it's kind of like they have you without having to be right next to you. And that's why it's so great to see so many similarities between, health and wellness and fitness and fashion. So I love to explain to my clients and educate them about what looks good on them so that they don't always feel like they need me. But you know what? I mean, this comes second nature to me, it doesn't for everyone. So that's why I created the lookbook, because you can't possibly remember 100 outfits I create for you in your closet.
Right.
So I laid them out, I photograph them. If it's, if you have two separate lifestyles, like I said, LA, specifically your wardrobe, your weekend and workday wardrobe kind of mix.
Yeah.
But, if you have a very separate wardrobe, I'll create two separate lookbooks for you,
Right.
one for work, one for weekend. I photograph them. So you have head to toe outfits. You can literally be sitting in your bed, scrolling on your phone, or if you want it printed out, and you could say, what do I want to wear today? You have no excuse to
Which is
not feel
very
your best.
efficient. So let's talk about the
yes.
efficiency component of that.
Yeah.
Because there's the stress factor being taken
Yes.
out.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I can't tell you how many times people have said, I have a presentation, or a big meeting at 9 a.m., which, I mean, when you have those mornings, it's always like, my alarm didn't go off, my coffee just spilled on me. If you can have 5 extra minutes, which doesn't seem like a lot in the morning, it seems like everything.
Yeah.
And if you can take those 5 extra minutes to prepare or take a deep breath, or maybe just, I mean, meditation is also huge right now.
Yeah,
If you can
it's
just
a big
have
part of
5 minutes
wellness.
for yourself, I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Whether you're a working mom, I mean, I'm not a mom yet, but I can't even imagine what 5 minutes must feel like to a working mom or dad.
Huge.
So
it's huge, and it's a reset too. So
Yeah.
it's when you reset your mind, you reset your body, you reset. There's a breathing component. You slow down. You kind of clear out the cobwebs. Really important. We've had a lot of people in meditation and mindfulness on the show, and because I'm in my 5th year, but and that finding the time to do that, this takes that element that this allows you when you don't have to stress about what am I going to wear today and how's this going to happen, because you already have a clear set of outfits ready for you.
Right.
Then you have time to actually do the mindful reset.
Definitely.
Too,
And like I was saying before, I mean, it inspires you to go out. It sounds silly, but have you ever had maybe a dinner you're dreading or an event that you're really dreading?
Of course, because of what you're going to wear and how you're going to not look the way you think you're not.
Or the opposite. You don't want to go at all, but you think, oh, but my outfit is so fabulous. How can it just sit in my closet? I have to go out. I want to go out just to, show off my outfit. I mean, at least for me, I've
you've had
plenty.
that? I haven't had those. Maybe that's more your generation.
Oh, no, yeah.
I'm more like, I have nothing to wear. I'm not going.
No, but that's what I help with that lookbook. You have so many things to wear.
That's right.
But
That's
I
a
will
good
say,
one.
I mean, something that I love too is that let's say you have those 5 extra minutes in the morning and you're going through your lookbook and you throw on an outfit. I mean, I will say my generation, I love getting like, I'll see people take selfies or, selfies in the mirror and they tag me and they just feel so good in their outfit. Or, maybe you have 5 extra minutes and maybe you're going to go out to get your coffee instead of being rushed at home. Maybe you go to work a little bit early and you socialize. There's so many different things that you could do. And I think that, again, going back to health and wellness, I think the more you can kind of slowly get out of your comfort zone, maybe do something different, I think you just feel more motivated overall. I mean, I just actually straightened out my closet over the weekend. I hate cooking. I have made a meal every single night.
Because you have time now.
Oh,
yeah.
And I'm just so like, I love my apartment. I feel so motivated. Everything is clean.
Huge. Environment is
cook.
huge.
I want to be healthy. I've worked out every morning. I take my, you know, it's like, it's what you're saying. It's that snowball effect.
Yes.
It's that look good, feel good motto. It's not selfish. It's not,
No,
it's not shallow.
It's
for men and women. And I did take a poll. I put on my Instagram a while ago. I put a poll. I said, do you feel good when someone compliments your outfit?
I was just going to ask you about compliments.
And I'm sorry, like I'll give my dad as an example. My dad has no idea what's in his closet. My mom buys him something, it turns out in his closet. And I looked at my dad one day and I went, wow, you look really good. And I could tell, I mean, he just felt so good. He feels so good. And even I worked with a man in England, I think, and he was a younger guy, and I could tell he's working on his professional image and probably dating. And he was telling me, I mean, he wrote this amazing review, but he also said, I've had so many people come up and compliment me. He goes, I feel so good. And I'm sorry, you can't pay for that. That's priceless.
I agree with you 1,000%.
Yes.
It's very important to feel good in the way you carry yourself, the way you look, and the way you feel. And if somebody notices, again, you're triggering those endorphins. You know, those feel-good hormones are activating throughout, which in turn, actually, there is a physiological component to that. Going through your bloodstream is actually working to detoxify and motivate.
Right.
And, you know, there's things that are actually working to keep you on the health track from the inside out, that once you activate that, that's compliments activate that.
Right.
Those warm, fuzzy feelings, those are real things that are important for us to have a healthy life, you know, to have longevity. Because when the doom and gloom stuff, I like the parts where you look in the mirror and go, this is never going to change, or, oh my God, I can't stand this. I hate this day. Well, right there, negative, that's going to take you down that rabbit hole, you know? So you do just exactly the opposite of that for people. I think it's so important. It's so much bigger than the clothes themselves.
Exactly.
It's the person that is becoming satisfied with who they are.
Right.
You know?
And there's so much that you can't control in your life. And what I found is that, I really love to control the things that I can control. So if it's my outfit, well, that's going to, you know, in turn put me in a good mood. If I work out in the morning, I'm so much more productive. If I eat a good meal at night and it's healthy, I'm sleeping like a baby, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just, you slowly find out the things that work with you. And that's why, you know, I always tell people, I do complimentary consultations. I say, let's meet. Let's get that face-to-face interaction. You know, I can do online shopping guides for people if they don't have that time to go in person or they're not in California. But I like to meet face-to-face. I want them to feel comfortable with me. I also want them to decide, okay, you know, I have a really good interaction with her. You know, we have a similar sense of style. She gets what I'm going for. And that way they want to work with me and they think like, okay, I really will benefit from this, because you never want, and that's what I don't love about the retail space, is that I think sometimes people feel insecure. They feel like, oh, I'm so embarrassed to go up and tell them I don't know what to shop for.
Right.
You know, it's never embarrassing.
I also find I was in retail for, I started in retail when I was in college, and then I visited on and off when need became, you know, when I shifted my career just 7 years ago, I worked at a high-end small boutique as a stylist. And so I worked in retail. And I realized a lot of stress came from money, you know, like trying to sell somebody, like what we were talking about earlier, but I had a thought and I just lost it. It wasn't just about the money. It's about, when I was, you know, like convincing people to buy stuff, or I know what I was going to say, has a customer coming in and feeling bad that you didn't buy in this little boutique from this person who probably is working on commission, and you buy because you're embarrassed not to buy.
Yeah.
So you're buying for the wrong reasons.
Right.
I am the guilty consumer who has done that. And I've been on the other end as the retail shop stylist who felt that from the consumer,
Right.
and it's the wrong reasons, and it's a really hard thing to do. I know people avoid shops sometimes because they don't want to go out empty-handed because they feel
Right.
bad.
Yes.
They think they're supposed to buy. It's like this weird,
Yeah.
thing that our society has kind of put upon us.
And it's a shame too, because I feel like people can get so much out of fashion. I mean, again, going back to the fitness, I mean, where I got a lot of my inspiration also for the lookbook was, I was looking at these celebrities, and they have these stylists, and they're photographing their wardrobe, and people are always thinking, wow, these celebrities look so amazing, they look so great, oh my gosh, look at these bodies. Well, they have a personal trainer 7 days a week. They have a stylist who's photographing their whole wardrobe. Well, how come I have friends, and male and female, spending top dollar to get their hair done like a celebrity, but why can't you have a trainer like a celebrity? Why can't you have a stylist like a celebrity? So that is a huge part of what I do. I want to bring that celebrity treatment to the everyday person. So
Make it affordable.
Yes, I want to
make it, yeah.
Yes, and of course, yeah, it's a luxury experience, but so is getting your nails done.
Yeah.
Again, for men and women.
keeping
So
up.
yeah, so it's just again that feeling and that accessibility that I want people to know.
Let's lock down all
Yeah.
of the services you have, all the
Yes.
things you do. Like, kind of list those services,
Okay,
and then
so-
we'll get into it.
Yeah, I'll put them in order from a typical client. So
Okay.
we start with the closet clean out, where I make the list of what you're missing in your wardrobe. From there, if you choose to shop with me, most people do, I can take you shopping in person, which is my preference, or I can do that online shopping guide, head to toe outfits, the links of where to buy them. From there, I can go back and put together a lookbook for you, as we mentioned before, photographing the outfits.
Right.
Let's say you're
So
going...
that's an added service.
Yes. So
Do you
people
do
can...
lookbooks for people without decluttering their closet? Without,
Yeah, I'm actually
if they've
about-
already got that all figured out.
Yeah,
do you go do
I actually
lookbooks
have
for them?
a client this weekend who has this beautiful organized closet, but she just wanted some help putting together outfits.
Okay.
So but I do that consultation just to make sure she has everything, because if I'm going to get there and she has 3 t-shirts, what am I supposed to do with that?
Right.
So and then the last service I offer is the Fashion Itinerary, and that's for people who are traveling. And so I take into account the weather, your travel plans. I photograph all your looks. So literally all you have to...
Very stressful thing,
Oh my
travel.
gosh.
One of the most stressful things for me is packing.
Yeah.
So you offer that service.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I one of my clients goes, okay, it was the first time she worked with me. She goes, I'm going to know you're good if I unpack everything and everything can go into the hamper and nothing has to be re-put in my closet. That's exactly what we did. I said, you're not going to have one extra outfit, except I do pack one extra outfit just in case, plans do change.
Yeah.
But, I take into account the weather, your travel plans. Are you going to this event? It's easier for somebody else to do it. You can pack,
Because you downsize. What I tend to do, and my daughters tend to do this partly because they were raised by me, but what I tend to do is overpack.
Yeah.
And then, I'm lugging a heavy suitcase, or it's overweight and I'm paying more, and, everybody I'm with or whatever partner I'm traveling with, is just flying through the airport, and you see me lugging it and I can't even lift it up into the bin, or I have to check it.
Right.
And it's because I overpack, because
Yeah.
I never know what I might need this. I might need that. That's very stressful
Exactly.
in itself.
And people, I will say, I feel the most time people overbuy are for vacations. It's a once in a lifetime trip to Bahamas. I don't know whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And they just want to buy everything. So when I come in, I'm saying, you just
Look
need,
what you have.
Yeah,
You
you
can
already
make
have
this
this
work.
I'm going
Yeah.
to create new outfits for you.
Yeah.
Now you have a whole new wardrobe, because chances are what you bought for your vacation, you're either not going to wear out on the vacation, or you're going to throw it out
You're
afterwards.
so economical for them. You're saving
Yeah.
them money by them
Yeah.
hiring you. It's not a luxury. You're actually taking out that component of them overbuying and buying
Right.
things that they think they need.
Right. And
when
that
they
way,
don't.
I mean, with the lookbook and even with the travel itinerary, you have a tangible product that you can look back to and get inspiration every single day. So even maybe your style may change, or you're getting new pieces and maybe you're not booking me anymore, we're not working together anymore, you can still see, oh, okay, this blouse looks similar to how she styled this blouse with the pair of jeans. Well, now I know I can interchange those pieces.
Right.
You start to pick up the hang of it if you want to. Some people are like, just handle everything for me.
Yeah, exactly. I'm too busy. I don't want to think
but
about
again,
it.
it's going
Yeah,
back to
I
that
get that.
education. It's helping people.
There's
Yeah.
always range. Anytime you provide a service, which we both do, your clients, again, are individual, and there's a range on
Yeah.
who wants to do what and, where you come in, how far you come. I have people who are athletes that I work with. They just need somebody to motivate them to keep going and to do
Definitely.
stuff. And I have people that have never picked up a weight in their life
Right.
and have to do everything. And then I have a client who we're going on our 17th year and doesn't want to think about doing anything. She knows the machine, she knows the free weights, she knows some, different routines and the orders of which I like to do things and warming up the large muscles to the small muscles. She will never do it on her own.
Yeah.
If I'm not there, doesn't go in.
Yeah.
She's totally capable, but will not.
Yeah, I mean, the gym can be
the range.
The gym can be scary. I mean, I work out. I personally do a workout program in my apartment that I love. But the gym, when I first started, was very scary.
Intimidating is what it
it's
can
very
be,
intimidating. I mean, I had friends when we were in college. Like we would just hide in the corner because we didn't want the boys to see us because we were doing
Yeah.
everything wrong. But it's scary, and so sometimes you do need that coach, and that's exactly how I feel too. People
Exactly.
are
Get you on
scared
track.
to try on the trend. Do I look silly? Do I look like I'm trying too hard?
Right.
And that's the number one thing I just tell people. Like, you're never trying too hard. If you feel good and you feel confident, it's going to radiate and people will see that and you'll feel amazing.
People know. You're giving people this huge element of health that I think, well, like you said with Marie Kondo now, I think there is a more awakening to the fact that decluttering your life is healthier for you because the stress is out. I mean, living in clutter, like you said, you cleaned your apartment, everything, became freer for you. It freed you up. It gave you the feel good that where you could go around and skip and do the things you love to do. I think that's becoming, there's a big movement towards that, which is great.
Right.
But I don't think people realize how important with what you wear has, a huge element to how well you feel. And,
Right.
and hearing you, and I sought you out. We're friends. We're LinkedIn linked,
Yes.
connections on LinkedIn. And I sought you out. I thought, I have to do a show on this. This is a huge component of health. And you also, you do all of these things. Has any of your clients ever asked you to help them declutter the rest of their life in other ways? Like
Personally or in their home?
In their home. Like declutter their kitchen, declutter, a library or study or something.
I
files.
I get that all the time, and I actually bring in somebody to do that.
So you have somebody for them.
And the
Okay.
reason why, again, I stick to the closet is because
you're good.
I feel like that's
you.
my expertise. I know everything. I'm passionate about it. And I think that that's one thing in any industry when you're going to hire somebody, if it's an assistant, whatever it may be, you need to find someone who's passionate about it. I personally am not passionate about organizing somebody's kitchen. I don't know anything. I mean, listen, I just started cooking 3 days ago. So I don't know anything about that. But I can tell you everything about your wardrobe. I can tell you what you're going to look good in. I can pep you up. I can make you feel amazing. That's what I'm passionate about.
Good.
So I think that, it's just like you. We're so passionate about health and wellness, making people feel the best that they can.
Yeah.
It would be a shame not to kind of stick in that area. But
I
think it's
having a single point of focus,
Right.
is always, and then you get really good at that,
Yes.
and people really trust you. So most of your clients come to you how? Through word of mouth? I want to see how.
Referrals are amazing. I do have referral credits. I give unlimited referral credits. But yeah, it's through. I say I'm the worst millennial ever. I was so hesitant to use Instagram, and my friend
But you
said,
got
"You're
to.
so silly. You have to use
Yeah.
it." I did. I'll book clients that way. LinkedIn, how we met is a great resource too.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, word of mouth is my favorite.
And you have a website,
I
so
do.
tell the audience your website for those that aren't
It's
watching us.
CaitlinJaymes.com.
Spell, yeah.
Yeah, I know. CaitlinJaymes.com. So you can book an appointment through there. You can also get gift cards with Valentine's Day coming up. I just did a surprise personal shopping appointment for a man's wife. Oh my gosh, she was so blown away. We had champagne. She had a brand new wardrobe.
It's very cool.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
So Valentine's Day is coming up. Great time to do a gift card. You can book me through Instagram, email, CaitlinJaymes@gmail.com. And then my Instagram is Caitlin_Jaymes. Jaymes. So yeah,
So all
I'm
those ways to
everywhere.
get a hold of you. Do
Yes.
you do group programs by chance?
I have. I've done a few shopping appointments. There was like 3 women, and we did a group shopping appointment.
Yeah.
So again, that's what I love about what I do. I can really cater it to whatever somebody's asking for.
And the next thing you're going to do is online programs, so you can help people all over the world in a group setting.
I would love
kind of
that.
like what I'm doing with this challenge
I would
right
love
now.
that so much.
That's you go global with that.
Yes.
But you're new and you're building,
It's so fun. I mean,
and your
everything's-
enthusiasm is so contagious.
Thank you. You
We
as
have
well.
1 minute left.
Okay.
And I want you to leave. I have everybody leave my audience with words of wisdom or final thoughts. So what would you like to say?
Okay. Whoa.
I know.
I know.
I threw you on that
now
one.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've already said it before, but again, if you feel good in it, if you feel amazing in it, if you feel beautiful in it, if you feel like you can conquer the world in it, wear it. Nothing is ever going to be out of trend. You know, you're not meant to be photographed, walking down the runway. So wear it. If you feel amazing, wear it. And I think that once you start with an organized closet, take it step by step. Don't get overwhelmed. And if you do, you have resources like me where I can help you. But get your life together and you will never regret it. I've never heard one person say, I regret making my life a little bit easier. So, yes.
That's
those
wonderful.
are my words of wisdom.
This is a great ending. That's really good. Thank you, Caitlin.
Yes.
This is great. And you guys can find Caitlin. Go look for her online, on Instagram, all those wonderful ways that she just told you how you can reach her, because it's a big health component. I want to remind you again that I am the 2nd and 4th Tuesday of every month. I will be back here again on January 28th. I have a wonderful guest that has designed a skincare line that is all organic and healthy for you. She is getting her product out there right now. Come visit us, because I know skincare is a huge component for both men and women as we age. It's not just a woman thing. Also, I want to remind you to go, and if you want to become part of this 30-day transformation that I am doing online globally, we have 1 week to opt in. So you can go to, right away, you can go to my website, which is balancedlifebydebbie, DEBI.com, and get all the information you need right there to opt in. And I thank you for joining me today. I want you to remember to go out and keep having those conversations that connect to a healthier you. Bye, everybody. Thank you, Caitlin.